Justin Trudeau is in Japan. The G7 meeting starts later this week, but Trudeau wanted to go early at enormous taxpayer expense. The big government jet, all of his staff and handlers, and of course, Princess Sophie. The meetings don't start till Thursday, but Trudeau wanted to go early with the whole staff at massive public expense because according to the Prime Minister's office, it was going to be a, quote, working visit. That's what they said. But now we know that's not true. Justin Trudeau is turning it into a family vacation in the middle of the week. He's just taking Wednesday off work to spend the day with his wife. They flew all the way to Japan on a government jet with dozens of staff, and instead of doing government business, they'll sit around while the Trudeaus have a romantic day in Japan?
The fact of the matter is we've been working extremely hard today and will be at the G7 meetings on Thursday and Friday. In the middle of all this, I am taking a moment to celebrate on personal funds my wedding anniversary with my wife.
But actually, that's a bit of a lie. See, the Trudeau's anniversary is on May 28th. That's on Saturday. After the G7 is over, they'd be back in Canada by then because of the time zones, but then they couldn't have an exotic date night at taxpayers' expense, could they? It's a lie that the CBC and the rest of the media party happily broadcast. Here's the CBC just thrilled that Justin and Sophie Kardashian are living the dream. They're all on the public dole together, aren't they, the CBC and the Trudeaus? They know they rise and fall together. They know Trudeau gave them a $675 million budget increase, so the CBC had better spin for him. Who in the real world gets to take their anniversary off from work? The whole day. Does Trudeau also take birthdays off from work? I seriously bet he does. My kids were telling me about month birthdays. You get 11 of those in between your year birthdays, apparently. That's how kids think. But it's how Trudeau thinks and lives. He's lazy. Sure he is. He's not used to working. He always had one of the lowest attendance records in Parliament as an MP. It bored him. Other people can do the hard work. His job has always been that of a mascot. Look, do you think he'd actually be paying attention in all those boring meetings with boring Japanese people? He'd probably be doodling on a notepad, probably writing his name over and over again with a little heart as the dot over the I, just nodding along. Trudeau's whole life has been this way. He was a substitute drama teacher, not even a full-time drama teacher, because a full-time job would get in the way of fun. He dropped out of university where he was studying environmental something because it was too much work to go to class every day. If there were hard things in life, Daddy's lawyers and accountants at the trust fund would deal with it. Why can't Gerald Butts, his principal secretary, do the tough stuff so he and Sophie can enjoy life? In all of Canadian history, there's never been such an entitled mentality in our Prime Minister's office. Actually, it's probably not true, come to think of it. His own father set the high water mark for that, but at least Pierre Trudeau worked. He was the master of his files. He had ideas, not his playboy's son. And to think this prince and his grasping princess, she who thinks she needs a team of servants, to think that he has the gall to say that he represents the middle class. They're disgusting, the Trudeaus, and they're the public face of Canada. They're a national disgrace and an international embarrassment. For the Rebel.media, I'm Ezra Levant. Thanks for watching. Click here to never miss a Rebel update. Want even more of the Rebel? Well, click here to become a premium member.